So how did Bulma fall in love with Vegeta, right? A lot of people, a lot of the Z fans in Dragon Ball Z still don't understand how it happened. Um, Now, as an avid Dragon Ball Z fan, I count on to this, and back in my earlier days, a few years back, I didn't quite get it either. I'm just like, okay, well, I'm like, yeah, sure, he has positive characteristics that came up later on in the show, but from the beginning there, especially when, around the same time Bulma even had sex with him and conceived a child, Vegeta wasn't a good guy. He was an anti-hero, but he was not a good guy, right? The only difference between Vegeta and Frieza was that Frieza's power level was much higher, so he didn't have didn't have any real reason to behave, I guess you could say. It's the same thing with Vegeta. Vegeta and him, they're exactly the same. When you see Vegeta in the Saiyan saga, when he first comes off, Bulma sees everything he did in that saga, or in the early Namek saga. She sees everything he does. She knows what he's about. She knows that this guy is a ruthless killing machine, has no remorse. He's quite sadistic and terrifying. Um, you know, and some people question that and say, how did she fall in love with that? I mean, she knows his earlier crimes. This is a man that she's seen that has attacked Gohan, and she's seen it. She's seen this guy beat up a kid before in the form of Gohan, or when Goku was down and out after Vegeta had crushed him with his hands in Uzaru form. Vegeta started stomping on Goku, and he was half paralyzed and couldn't even move. This is a guy that threatened to kill all of them, was going to blow up the planet just because Goku stood a bit of a chance against him. He was able to fight against him a little bit. That ticked off Vegeta so much he was going to blow up the whole freaking planet because of it. And Bulma fell in love with this guy. One answer. Dark Triad. The Dark Triad. For those who don't know, Dark Triad is a set of characteristics that are given to men and females. It's basically it's Machiavellianism, Narcissism, and Psychopathy. These three characteristics in a person form what's called the Dark Triad. There are dozens and dozens of studies that show that women are largely attracted to men of these characteristics. They like men who are brooding, aggressive. It's the idea of, I want a dangerous bad boy, but a civilized dangerous bad boy, right? Now, I mean, women aren't just going on the streets looking for some, some rapist to, have a child and conceive with. No, of course not. They like that rough, edgy guy. This was one of the reasons why movies like 50 Shades of Grey do so well in the book. Is a masterpiece, not masterpiece, but it's not a masterpiece. But why it sells so much, it continues to sell so much. Especially, and it's so popular among females and women. That's why they love this, because it's that brooding, edgy, aggressive alpha male, right? And Vegeta, he perfectly encompasses this Dark Triad, right? This is a guy who will do anything to achieve his goals. When he was on the Earth, Bulma did see this, and she was very much attracted to this. Most people agree with this, that she was very attracted to the fact that Vegeta, when he had a goal, he would stop at nothing to achieve that goal. Nothing was going to distract him. Nothing was going to stop him, including women. And you can almost take a lesson from this. So some males who want to know how to attract women, sometimes the best way is just simply to ignore them. And I think that is the best way, to ignore them and just to focus on your goals. Your goals shouldn't be trying to get your kill count higher or chase women all the time. It needs to be something that establishes, sometimes not doesn't need to be, but for those of you, a goal can, I'm not going to tell you what a goal is, but women seem to be attracted to that male who has a goal, especially the hotter ones. And this is because females never date men who are lower in the hierarchy pole than they are, right? This is why a lot of females who have a lot of money, or CEOs who are females, have a hard time finding husbands, or boyfriends, or people they can settle down with. It's almost impossible for them, because there's not a lot of males who are extremely good looking, have sharp bodies, good looks, very intelligent, have a lot of money, drive a nice car, and are extremely charming, have the best social skills. There's very few of those types of men out there. And these are the girls, and so especially for a woman who's high on that a totem pole, who is smart, males do sometimes get intimidated by females that are smarter than them or more successful than them. It is very nice. It does happen quite often. Females are more attracted to guys who are older than them, right? So this is, and you see this in the show. Not that particular element, but you see this Vegeta, who is this mighty character, this very aggressive, brooding, Dark Triad character. Bulma is attracted to him. Look at her. She comes from a rich family. She's highly intelligent. So she's not going to date someone who's below the totem pole on her. Maybe when she was the hierarchy totem pole. Sorry, when she was younger and she liked Yamcha or whatever. But that quickly got faded away. And then when Vegeta came along, this this Dark Triad aggressive alpha male who doesn't give a fuck about anything except his own goals. Right? Look at women pornography. The most popular themes in women pornography are in terms of what the males are vampires, werewolves, billionaires, and pirates. I think there's a few more, but those four are very popular, and all those four are come on, this is why Twilight was so good too. Vampire, these are all werewolf. These are all brooding, aggressive sort of characteristics of very powerful males, kind of, right? Not characteristics, no one's a vampire, but there are symbols that represent powerful men. That's the idea, right? And that's why females are attracted to it. Just how females are attracted to 50 Shades of Grey. And the male, I don't even know who the male's name is, but they all love that good-looking, charming, attractive, somewhat, brooding, emotional, or aggressive male. Again, it's the dangerous bad boy who is civilized. They want to civilize him, right? They Beauty and the Beast. They want to lock the male down into a relationship and civilize him, work their female magic on him, sort of say. And Bulma in Dragon Ball Z wants to do this to Vegeta because he's an animal. There's no controlling or taming that man. This guy was a planet killer on his own. This guy blew up planets, killed civilizations, killed billions of people. He was a ruthless, egotistical, prideful human being. Saiyan being, not human. He's a Saiyan. So, when I looked at it from that perspective, it made a lot more sense than she saw honor in him. I'm like, no, fucking no, no, that's not yes. I'm sure it's an element, but really, it has a lot to do with the Dark Triad. I think. It's almost like the perfect candidate for her. It just makes so much sense from that Dark Triad perspective. People want to say, Vegeta wasn't evil. He was freaking evil. For most of the series. It was really, he was more anti-hero towards the end, of course, but he still had characteristics of me, it's me first, fuck all you guys, I will kill you guys if you get in my way, and, nothing stopping me from surpassing Goku. So in the end, he wanted to kill Goku. He wanted to surpass and destroy him. There's several elements of this in the show. Vegeta did represent this Dark Triad. Psychopathy. Very much so in him. This guy had no problem killing people. Killed a Cyberman on his own team when the guy just lost a fight that he was, he couldn't win. Killed the guy. Killed Nappa for losing to Goku. Of course, some would say the argument that Nappa had a spine injury and was useless, so just like how the Spartans would, he would kill him. But I don't know. Vegeta was licking his tongues while killing his old comrade, which, you're gonna tell me that's normal, right? So Vegeta did have these psychopathic elements. He was just like Frieza, right? Frieza raised him to be sort of like a right-hand man kind of thing. So, yeah, he did have the psychopathy element to him. Narcissism, completely there. Vegeta's a huge narcissist. This doesn't even need explaining. I'm the prince of all Saiyans. I'm the best. I'm the best. I'm the best. Low-class scum. Low-class scum. You're all vermin. How fragile when he saw Nappa knock off Tien's arms, stand there smiling. That's not really narcissism. That's more just narcissism, or just sense of I'm the best. I'm the greatest. I guess that's where the pride kind of kicks in too, or the hubris. I don't mind pride. I think pride can be a good thing. There is negative, I guess, pride that is counterintuitive, but I think pride for the most part is a good thing. Maybe not in that sense, but yeah. Then so the narcissism's full on there. This guy only cares about himself, and he has for a long, long time. It's not like he just changed, saying this Namek Saga. He was pretty much the same as he was in the Saiyan Saga and the Namek Saga, I would argue. But he just needed Gohan and Krillin and Goku to be there so that he could fight Frieza in the end. He needed help. He knew he couldn't take him on by himself. Then yeah, I'm not even. And then you had the android Cell Saga, Vegeta's still pretty much the same. It's just that there was a greater enemy to fight, so he wanted to be stronger for that enemy, right? That's really the only reason. Honestly, I think if Vegeta was the strongest and he was bored, I think he would have just gone and killed off the Z Fighters and probably created his own little empire there, like in real terms. So, Majin Buu Saga comes along again. Same kind of person. Of course, this time he's a little more caring, for his for Bulma and for his son Trunks. When Trunks is little, he cares more. You do see that that character development in him in the Perfect Cell Saga, right? When Trunks gets almost killed, or gets killed, whatever, and he goes nuts, right? So you do see that, but for the most part, though, like, yeah, when it comes to this. When it comes to the... Oh, and Machiavellianism. Sorry, I left that one out. Machiavellianism. This is Vegeta Machiavellian throughout the whole series. Even till the very end, the Majin Buu Saga. This guy already knew that he was going to allow Bobby to most likely take over him when he saw that power boost the other guys were getting from the Majin symbol, or the Majin boost. So, again, planning out... Cunning, very cunning. He is a cunning individual. You do see this in many times throughout the series, especially in the Namek Saga, how he can be very cunning sometimes. So, yeah, but the whole point of this video, by rant, for some people don't understand and don't really get it. Why did Bulma like Vegeta? And it's simple. It's the Dark Triad. It's because men like Vegeta make women make women, especially very hot women. It makes them. Those kind of guys get them wet. They get them very attracted. That's just really the bottom line of it. You see this all the time, as I went on into numerous examples of, there's been so many studies that just show that these men of Dark Triad characteristics, oftentimes women are super attracted to them, and they like them. Most people report that when they date narcissistic people, the beginning of that relationship towards the middle is amazing. It is so much fun. They love it. Of course, towards the end, they start to see that this person only cares about themselves, and they make bad long-term partners. That's the other thing, too. A lot of narcissists make amazing short-term partners, but long-term partners, they're terrible. They don't care about the other partners. It's all about me. Me. That's the thing. And you saw that again in the Android Saga with Vegeta. Right before the androids came about, Bulma and Vegeta probably had some really good moments, and maybe they had a few fun moments, because, Vegeta had sex with her, popped out a baby, right? Trunks. But then, long term, Vegeta fucking pieces out. He doesn't care. You see this when, Dr. Zero attacks their, Bulma's ship, and Bulma and, Trunks almost crash and die. Vegeta didn't give a crap. He wasn't even focused on them. He did not care. Again, this whole narcissistic people become bad long-term partners. Bam, right there. Perfect example. And so, yeah, you do see this. This is that in a nutshell, women, they like these characteristics, and that's for the most part how it is. And there's countless studies that show this. So, that's going to be the end of my rant. I can go on and on and list numerous examples, but I think I've stated my case very well as to why Bulma ended up falling for Vegeta in the end. And, these characteristics were there in Vegeta, these Dark Triad characteristics, the same Dark Triad characteristics that most women like in men when they see them or hang out with them. So, yep, that's it, guys. Take care.